What it is, guys, and welcome back to Comic Studio in Neo's Comic Studio, like this thing as well. And where today we're going to be reviewing for the user's comics by itself, for one thing, of course, because I'm warning you that contains for adult content, because nothing like her isn't going to be for around for this one as well. Or maybe this is not gonna be even possible for what absolutely going to be for around here, for felting around here. And even that Neo has just pretty copied a little bit for Salt as well, probably like this as well. And probably this is her original character of those things. Even if the status isn't going to be like straight as well, and because of the TV, like those, the XZ of those things are probably like for some sort of bisexual, like those things. The pansexual of those things couldn't be actually for some sort of like those things, as many things have just sense as well. But which includes for the audios as well. But something isn't going to be literally alright for anyways as well. Even but herself, but Neo, I'm probably am not gonna be guessing why, but I'm not very sure this isn't going to be for such as even recent as well. Like that wasn't going to be for browse some Neo's comics. This is not going to be for such as a little bit nice as well. So let's hear the check it out of this comics. And it's going to load for a really long time, and we're going to be doing anything as well. So, but guess what? Let's try to find ourselves, and we're starting with the newest, but I never going to be for around to get some short stuff, and it won't be going to take for a little bit long time as well. So we're starting of those things. I'm gonna click of those things, but as always for 3 of those comics only. So starting with this some kind of a little bit for as well, but I never going to try for those animations as well. So things are just going to be a little bit crazy, and probably like the frames per seconds of, well, like I'm probably sure. This is could be for round of this video as well. We might going to be doing this later. And of course, let's go started with the spin as well. That was pretty yes as the Neo version 3. No comments in description available. And looks like this is absolutely really ridiculous as well. But I'm sure that we're going to give us for round for the 7 out of 10, and probably a little bit for really good as well. Another one is I hacked into the studio, I think. What on earth did she act? Did she hack into some other kinds of usernames, or the studio owners, or some kind of the main studio developers as well of this comic studio? But we're not very sure that their comment says. There's nothing over here, but I think that says in the description as well. And of course, this should be for 5 out of 10 or 6 out of 10 as well. So, no description available, but it says one linked as well. And it says here's that one frame if you're wondering as well. That if you're gonna see of this video, and I did not guess for around here in this thing as well. But unfortunately, it doesn't reveal. It reveals for some sort of like this thing as well. What is going on for around here for the couple of hours? This is not a couple of hours for just right there as well. But something has been a while for around here, but I guess on August 2nd. It's been for a lot of months, that took for a long time as well. That wasn't going to be pretty for really insane for about her as well. So looks like it's about to spin its way all the way out of here for this thing as well. Let's see the full of those things. Shared on August 2nd, but unfortunately it wasn't going to be a couple of hours. I don't really think that could take for a lot of months, but we're not going to be very sure. This isn't going to be for probably posting for some comments for really a lot of time. So we already reviewed for about this. And let's go to the most hottest comics that we just never be able to be seeing for just... This is the only one hottest comics, but I'm not very sure It's only one, but I never guess. For just check it out for some comics that we probably never being seen out. For just like it's shared on May 9th as well. The description says, the title says Animatic Battle, but it's Comic Studio Thumbnail 2. The description says, please watch the animated battle if you haven't already. Also, please post the official thumbnail of this episode 2, but I'm still working in the other trailer. Anyway, special thanks to Hyperheims and Saltzolan for appreciating as two of the characters as Pokemon and exclamation mark. Probably that was really insane for some kind of crazy as well. I don't really think that Neo could be for independent enemy as well, that Salt could be mad at her as well. I think that should be an 8 out of 10, and that was pretty ridiculously wild. 6 out of 10, I guess. Next one, let's go for the top ratings. And I never believed this isn't going to be for about that we already view for this thing about for the most popular or the top of the line. And once it's finally revealed, we're not absolutely going to be talking about for going to in there for this about here. Because of this comic was absolutely way too long to read, and possibly that I'm going to be checking out one of their guys, and especially that isn't going to be for around here. And probably like drawing CS users as like those things, but probably I might going to be try to review some of those comics later as well. Even as possible that we're going to be talking about for the longest comic, for the most top ratings as anyways as well. Starting with this, as with Love Always, Might Pat as well, as of the description as well, from 2011 to 2024. Thank you, Matt Pat. Boost greatly appreciated. Drew myself as a Matt Pat as well. The title says that's not a theory, that's a fact. Probably it was absolutely has for a lot of probably like itself. It got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total of those things as well. 9 comments and 1 reply. Could be for around here. But this is absolutely perfectly good. As for 8 out of 10, even it was. Get boiled for probably for like this. The description says, what? Help me move for one here. If you vote, if you couldn't tell the Max Design Pro reference, also voting does not do anything, not making a part 2. Just wanted to post this art and I made least for one here. That I made last week for fun. Probably this isn't absolutely for no sense. I really think that I imagine that White Lily cookie has thrown in for a pot of boiled water, and could it be absolutely like this anyways, is probably like this as well. Dies of boiled things and turn into some kind of a clucking chicken as well, probably like those things as well. And probably Shure that got thrown into dip into some sort of a boiled water as well. Even that was kind of a little bit disturbing, but it's absolutely for 6 out of 10 as anyways as well. It got for multiple comments and replies for just as well. Even for to do this, that was even a little bit crazy. And another one is drawing CS users as Battle for Dream Island contestants, Part 1. So, this is gonna be for the questionable project. Anyways, we have Saltzoland as Salt Shaker, because Saltzerland. And Jive Silicone as Spaceship, because Alien Mascot, nothing as well. But who's next for another episodes as well? Even that we're pretty sure, as we're completely not very sure like those things as well. But anyways, that we have for multiple of those comments and replies as well. But I guess this is also for a 6 out of 10, or not 7 out of 10 like even for it was. Finally, let's go to the oldest amount of comics for itself. 3 comics each that I'm going to be reviewed. So this is not going to be taking for a little bit longer strategy because of this some kind of a little bit for some kind of sexual reference. It's not going to be for such as a little bit nice. So we're started out for the most beginning of those things as well. Later it was revealed for this thing as well. This is really creative or crazy like those things as well. So starting with the idiotic like those things, started in December 10th of 2022, and it was some sort of an unknown link as well. And it says here, I swear I gotta make another one of these, and probably the idiotic as this guy is. Anyways, this is Boris from Bendy and the Ink Machine, and description says I hate my life for probably really unnecessary as dirty comics. First ever dirty comic that we just absolutely reviewed like this. Probably it was a 4 out of 10 of this very first comic. It wasn't probably easy with itself. But another one is Bored LOLZ. Oh my gosh, that must be a lot of black raisin cookies and avocado cookies like itself. For such as affogato cookies, probably like glitch things as anyways as probably like this. 2 comments like anything as well. And shared it December 10, 2022 for 2 years ago. Probably like something that wasn't going to be 3 years ago even itself. And thankfully that will be for around 4 out of 10 I guess. That will be not nice like anything as well. In the glitch world, are the spiders are epic and in qual some random as well. And the description says just some things I decided to crush in. It was a random idea in my mind, and I love you, Spoodermans. Anyway, special mentions my pet spider, Spooder. And for such as for some kind of like those usernames as well. Even for we have more of the comments. Like for 7 comments in a total as well, no replies. Let's start here of those things. I absolutely love spiders. And yes, this is my screenshot like anything as well. His name is Spooder. This is him, but probably as you can tell from my username, it was. I don't know who put this in my studio. This isn't going to be real. It's just Affogato Cookie corrupted version from over here from the Mirror Comic Studio. And so that is all of those things from the Neo's Comic Studio that we just reviewed. Any comics was some kind of a little bit bad as anyways as well. So thankfully that will be the end of this video. And don't forget the link is going to be in the description for this comic studio of the main website to browse some comics. And also, it's going to be linked in the description to browse some comics like anyways. And that is the end of this video for anyways. Thanks for watching, for all your support. And I gotta be talk to you mini lads and comic studio users all later. And I'm going to sign off.